Hello guys, and welcome back to another prediction. This time I will talk about Valerian and the City of 1,000 Planets. For the next few minutes I will call this movie just Valerian, so this video is not going to take forever. As always, let's start off with some things which work in favor for a good box office performance of the movie. The first thing which comes to my mind is obviously Luc Bessons, the director of Valerian. While Luc Bessons is not in the same league like Nolan or Tarantino when it comes to the sheer size of the fanbase, he undoubtedly has one. Most people are familiar with his name, and his last movie, Lucy from 2014, was a big box office success, grossing over 11 times the budget while only receiving good reviews and not outstanding ones. So, all in all, let's consider Luc Bessons and his recent box office history as the first pro point for Valerian. The next thing which works in favor for a good box office performance of the movie is the cast. Dane DeHaan, Cara Delevingne, and Ethan Hawke and Clive Owen are not really the kind of actors who bring people out to go to the cinema. It is quite a good and liked cast which Luc Besson has gathered for this movie. Like I said, these four names don't necessarily translate into big box office numbers, but they translate in a possibly good quality of the movie. And good quality always translates to better numbers. Now, after just 2 points, let's continue with the things which work not in favor for a good box office performance of the movie. First of all, I want to name the release date. When Valerian gets released, it has to face off against Dunkirk on its very first weekend. This is going to be a tough battle for Valerian. Dunkirk will dominate most of the cinemas where it will run, and by all respect towards Luc Besson, Nolan, right now, is the far more well-known name all over the world, and Nolan's movies perform in a totally different box office league compared to Luc Besson's big movies. This is already hard enough for Valerian when it comes to the box office competition, but unfortunately that's not it. Valerian also has to face off against multiple holdover movies. When Valerian premieres, it will face off against War for the Planet of the Apes' second weekend and Spider-Man Homecoming's third weekend. The cinemas will be crowded, and on the second weekend of Valerian's run, The Dark Tower will also be unleashed on screens all over the domestic market. To sum it up, the competition is incredibly hard for Valerian, and to be quite honest, almost too hard. The next thing I want to name is the reaction towards the trailer. While the reaction was quite good, it was for sure not outstanding, and it seems to me that most people are not very familiar with the source material Valerian is based on. So Valerian has not the advantage of a Watchmen, for example. The last thing I want to name is the budget and the list of production companies involved. Valerian sits on a total estimated budget of $180 million. With that being said, and probably another $70 million spent on marketing, Luc Besson has to deliver the highest grossing movie of his career, so that Valerian has a chance to get to the break-even point, which sits on exactly $500 million. Very unfortunately for the movie, the chance that this actually takes place is quite small. The three production companies involved, EuropaCorp, Fundamental Films and G.O.B.O Films, are all not known to deliver big and successful movies. On top of that, Valerian is distributed by STX Entertainment. The financially most successful movie which STX Entertainment distributed until today was Bad Moms. So they are also far away from being familiar with movies of that size. Alright guys, I will now fade in all aspects that I just counted which work in favor or not in favor for a good box office performance of the movie, and I will now start with the pessimistic prediction on Valerian and the City of 1,000 Planets. When everything goes wrong with Valerian, we can probably expect the movie to gross somewhere close to John Carter. Valerian would open with a disappointing $28 million, and after a multiplier of 2.9 would finish with $81.2 million in the domestic market. On top of that, Valerian would collect a total of $190 million overseas for a final worldwide gross of $271.2 million. I think I don't have to tell you how much of a disappointing result this would be for all people involved in this project. A lot of money would be lost, and another big project for Luc Besson would be probably not possible for the next few years to come. Let's continue with the realistic prediction. When Valerian is equal to the quality of Lucy, and in the next few months before the release release of the movie they really get it done to get the hype train rolling, the signs are already better when it comes to the box office performance of Valerian. In this scenario, the movie will open to $38 million and after a multiplier of 3.15 will finish with a domestic total of $119.7 million, just slightly behind Lucy's domestic total. In overseas territories, due to better performances all over the planet, Valerian will collect $295 million. All in all, this would sum up to a worldwide total of $414.7 million. While not enough, this result would save the production companies from a disaster and the lost money would be manageable. Now to the optimistic prediction. When Luc Bessons lives up to his name and delivers a final product of very great and unique quality, Valerian will become the highest grossing movie of Luc Bessons' career and will make profit for the production companies. In this scenario, Valerian will be a challenger to Christopher Nolan's Dunkirk for the box office crown of the weekend and will collect a total of $47 million over its opening weekend. Due to the great quality, Valerian will have very good legs and after a multiplier of 3.65 will finish its domestic performance with $171.55 million in total. In overseas territories, Valerian will earn $385 million with a combined worldwide total of $556.55 million. Valerian will be probably a big box office surprise hit for most people. The movie will bring some profit back to EuropaCorp Fundamental Films and Gulf Films, and Luc Besson would have his first $500 million movie under his belt. The next prediction will be a video about Baywatch, but after that you can choose between a prediction for Power Rangers or John Wick 2. Thank you guys for watching this video, I really hope you liked it. Leaving a like and subscribing to this channel would be really awesome, since it would really help out this channel big time and I get the feedback from you that I want. Also, leave a comment when you like to interact with me and be sure to check out Game of Box Office on Facebook and Twitter. See you soon, more videos to come. Bye bye.